Test, test. Good morning, guys. Man, we are unusually slow today. I don't know where everybody is. What's up, guys? Test, test. Good morning, guys. What's up, Jerome, Stock Locker? Scott, what's up, brother? All right, guys. So what I'm looking at this morning, not a ton of penny stocks. We can look to see if we can find any penny stocks that are moving. But AMRN's on my list, as you can see. ENPH, as you can see on the bottom chart, is actually with a really solid gap up. And so I'll probably watch that one for a short today, honestly, as long as it maintains under pre-market highs. But you can also see this kind of interesting level here with ENPH. Look at this right here. So you're getting an upward trend, consistently higher bottoms here. Let me try to draw it a little bit better. Consistently higher bottoms, and then you have a flat top here. So, I mean, if we break over that on the upside, it could get interesting. I still like it on the downside. It may actually break these levels in pre-market, but I think after the bell rings, I'm going to look for it to come back down to these levels. You know, these levels are pretty obvious. I can, use these levels in trading. See, there's the break of the pre-market high. Like I said, I thought it might break it in pre-market, and that's what we got here. We'll see if it actually holds. But just based off of that progression with the higher highs, it looked like it was going to break this level in pre-market. But yeah, so I'm watching AMRN here, EXTR. Okay, no volume. BGFV, no volume. PHUN. A little bit of volume coming in finally with this one, but it's still pretty low if I'm being honest. LKSD. Very low volume. The next one's probably the best penny stock I see. WKHS, solid gap up, small range for the most part, but I mean, I guess it's about a 20% gap up. It's not that bad. Up to 547, but down to 494 right now, gapping up from 450. So a solid gap up. It's gapping up like 42 cents or 41 cents, and so it's not bad. We'll see where that one goes. CTST is a little bit, is a small gap up. DMPI, nothing. GRMN with a gap up here. We'll see if it actually holds. This is Garmin. What else do we have? HUM, gapping up some. Much more expensive than I typically trade. We got BEAT, BEAT, AVXL. So this is what I'm seeing on Gappers list. Like I said, not that much really. I mean, we have some movers here. ENPH, GE. Looks solid. SQ gapping up a little bit. BYND had a pretty big move down, but at this point it is up slightly in pre-market. Roku, the SPY overall is up. It's up to 301.20s. And so we got some movement here. Let me know if you guys see anything else that I didn't touch on, and we'll look up some news in a little bit. Yo, what's up, Eddie? What's up, man? I'm trying to get this camera to be the right. I think that's about right. No. What do you guys think? Probably this one, right? Alright. And so yeah, on scanners here, we're also getting Tesla, but ENPH probably my main watch today. Yeah, Tesla's gapping up solid. Let's see what Netflix is doing. I haven't traded that one in a few days, but it did me okay. So I did end the day green. I don't know if you saw it in Discord. I ended up live streaming part of my trade after I got it back into what did I trade yesterday? OSTK. So I got back into OSTK and I live streamed the second half of it. So I was up 120 on the day after that last trade. So I ended up making 120 on the day. Let's see what my account's at now. I did trade a bunch, so commissions are going to come into play. All right, so I net about 80 bucks of that. So that's not bad. About an $80 net. I'll take that. That's acceptable for sure. You know, $40 went to commissions, but I mean, I traded like 7 times yesterday, and so that's not too bad. But yeah, up to about $300 in profit. We'll see if we can build that up a little bit. Like I said, I've been trying to take a little bit larger swings. My max loss on the day, on my daily max loss is now going to be 150, and my preferred gain on the day is going to be 300. And so we'll see if we can accomplish that. I mean, of course, that's just a goal. I'm not saying I'll actually be able to, but it's just a goal. We have EA, Electronic Arts. Probably, honestly, probably the worst video game company in the world right now. Not with regard to sales and stuff like that, but just the worst video game company. If you actually like video games, you probably don't like EA. You might like EA games. I play UFC 3 all the time. But as for ethical, I don't really think. I think EA is just the epitome of corporate video game nonsense. Quick question: how does Tefs do payout checks? Wire, ACH? I think they do wire, but I'm not 100% sure. Actually, they probably do ACH. Really, you'd have to ask them. I've never actually got a wire from them. This is I finally got my account into the profits, and I had been trading pretty small up until that point, and so I've never actually wired anything. One of our members, though, Casey, did take profits from Tefs, and from what he said you can do it once per month, and he put the request in, and this was way back in December, but he put the request in on the 9th of the month, he said, and received his payout on the 19th, and so 10 days later. And so, yeah, and he said it was flawless, nothing really went wrong. He got his money quickly within a week or two, and yeah, said it wasn't an issue or anything like that. Said it worked fine. Sorry, guys. I want that light off. It's too bright, man. I got these 3 monitors. That's why you see me panning all of this, because I have 27-inch, 27-inch, 34-inch ultra wide right here. So I just got a bunch. What's up, Eddie, Austin, Abby? What's up, Abby? You back trading, man? It's been a while, brother. Hope you're doing well, man. You back trading? There we go. Got a straggle hair right here. There we go. So what's everybody's main watch today? Main watch? I'll be right back, guys. Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go help my kids with something. So yeah, I'll be right back. All right, guys. Like I said, let me know what your main watch is. EMPH. A little bit slow today, guys. I guess it's just Wednesday, right? Oh yeah, guys, we put out a really nice Q&A here with yo, what's up, Mitch? We put a really nice Q&A out yesterday. Let me shrink Mitch here. Can't hear you. I see you, but I can't hear you. Yeah, there you go. What's up? What's up, man? What's up, man? Chilling, man. What's your opinion on shorting Apple at the market? Or at market? At market price or at market open? Masher. Yeah. I mean, I don't like shorting anything right at the open. I think if you're gonna short stuff right at the open, you gotta wait for like a low of the day break or something like that, some type of confirmation. If you're just because here's the thing, especially for those first few candles, there's a lot of things that are dependent on what you're going to do. So some stocks are going to push up and down, and it depends on what your risk is, how much you're okay with risking, what your share size is. But I think if you're going to short a stock at the open, you've got to give it some room, because that's the most volatile point in a stock, is typically the first minute. That first minute, that thing's going to go crazy. Regardless of what it's going to do for the rest of the day, that first minute is going to be pretty volatile for most stocks, especially Apple. Apple's going to be moving crazy. And so it just depends, There's some open shorting strategies, but again, my style is typically, I prefer to wait for some type of confirmation. I want to see some type of confirmation in a downtrend, maybe like a low of the day break, a triple top, a double top, a rejection at pre-market highs, something. I want to see something before I'm just jumping in short at the open, because again, that's the most volatile time for stocks. I know, man. I talked about that one. I, yeah, man. I talked about it a little bit this morning. I think it's probably going to fail. But I think that... Oh, wait. I almost canceled the Zoom. I think it's probably going to fail, just because most gap ups fail. But if it does run and it breaks that pre-market high, it could get more interesting. Uh, HS. Is that one actually tradable for us, though? I don't think... Nope. Wow. Hey, that's a patient hold for that man. Yeah, man. That's a strong move, too, man, on the daily chart. Honestly, though, open. So Master said analysts lifted price targets after earnings. You said it. Wait, you said it's a what? Mitch, my bad. Okay. I can dig it, man. I can feel that. Uh, right, man. Hey, I'll tell you this. I'm gonna research this, and depending on what the catalyst and then what style of company this is, I may look to buy some put options on this thing. Uh, I mean, oh, for sure. It's just extended. But if it's a real catalyst, it can make moves. I gotta go give my kids a hug goodbye, so I'll be right back in like 2 minutes. But yeah, man, I'm gonna check. Yeah, I'm gonna check some put option prices on that one. But yeah, I'll be right back. Nah, they can hear you.
All right. On tests, how can you see if a sect is tradable before you go and buy and get told no? All right, well, that's excellent. That's an easy question. I can go ahead and fill you in. I know you can only see my screen really small on the top part, but I'm gonna try to open up this trade manager pretty big so that you can see it take up the kind of this full screen. All right, this is called the trade manager in TEFs. You'll go to trade right next to file. You're going to go down and you're going to hit the trade manager. The trade manager is going to open up this box. It has uh, 5 different sub headings at the bottom. And this is where you're going to go ahead and find your stocks that are tradable on TEFs. You're going to go to, there's 5 different subheadings. There's order, tickets, trades, log, and symbol. Symbol is what you're looking for. You're going to hit symbol, and under symbol, you can go ahead and place any stock, fill it in, hit the enter button, and it's going to go ahead and let you know if it's tradable or not. This is very important so that you can go ahead and see what stocks you can go ahead and short, what stocks you can long. Let's say like EMPH, boom, comes up, and it's high risk, no, short size, up to 1 million shares. And is it marginable? Yes. Is it tradable? Yes. All right, so that's what we're looking for, and that's how you use the trade manager to go ahead and find what stocks are tradable on TEFs and what stocks aren't. Been noticing my mic is coming in a little bit too powerful, so today I'm gonna try to play with it a little bit, try to take maybe the sound boom off of it. I know it has a noise canceling thing. I think that might be affecting it a little bit. So how is everybody today?
Yo, what's up, man?
What's your main
Uh,
watch?
EMPH for sure. AMD, look at
Oh,
AMD though, man. My baby getting hammered here today.
yo, baby.
SQ is looking all right. SQ, GE gapping up. General Electric gapping up some.
That's like when I'm sure, like I'm sure you run into this. Um, uh, your son is always like your wife's son until he does something bad, and it's John. Can you go get your son?
Right, exactly. Like your son. Now all of a sudden it's my son. Right. If it wasn't for your son, is what I hear all the time. Like
Oh, there you go. There you go.
they were trying to have a good day at school. If it wasn't for your son coming in there, yeah. Like the VWAP fade on the whiteboard behind you. That's a great place to take a short after the failed VWAP retest. Do you use this on the 1 minute chart? Absolutely. You see this, right? So let's go a little bit into this here. Let's use the whiteboard real quick. Let me
Yeah, explain us the VWAP fade.
let's
What
get
are
up
we
here.
looking for? What
Let's
do
get
we
up
need
here.
to see, man?
Okay. Now, with the VWAP fade, let me stand up here. There you go. So, with the VWAP fade, all you're essentially doing, you look for this downward trend right here. You see this downward trend at the open. You look for weakness, decent volume at the open. That's all you're looking for. Then you look for it forms this low right here. It forms that low. And then you're looking for a pivot back to the VWAP here. Right there. That's where you're entering in. Sometimes you can even scale into these. So I can start scaling it here, take profits, and then if there's like a low up here, I can set that as my risk. And so this area is my risk. I feel like a football coach right now. And so if that's my risk, I could set this level as my reward. So my reward is this big, and my risk is only that big. And so I have a big reward, small risk. Take profits at the low of the day, like this says right here. And that's it. That's all you do. That's what we attack every day. We're just taking advantage of this range right here. You see this range? Now it's all ugly. But you see that range? That's all we're attacking with the VWAP fade. And it works. There we go. I have to get a bigger one, or I have to find a way to zoom in so you guys can actually see it, because I'm sure it just looks like nonsense from way over here. Yeah, I could probably leave that. Let me see. Yeah, only thing it needs is a risk. There we go. But yeah, that's how the VWAP fade is. It works. But yeah, the VWAP fade, to show you guys on an actual chart here. To show you guys on an actual chart. Here. Let's see if we could find one. I'm sure we could find one on AMD or something like that. But yeah, I felt like a football coach for a split second. Here, let me fix this camera. Right, this camera's all out of whack now. There we go. No. But yeah, let's see what we get here. So look, I could show you guys on a regular chart. VWAP fades are so common; they happen multiple times every day, typically. I bet you we can find one on AMD. AMD is really the stock that I attack these on the most. Here's a really good one. No, maybe not that one. Let me see. No. Some of these will work. Some of these are fades. I'm just trying to find a really good example of one. Which I'm not really, AMD, I guess it hasn't been the best for fades lately. But I saw one that we can use. One day it stayed in that range almost all day. Yeah, this one, I guess. So VWAP fade is very simple. It's just, let me clear this. So you're just looking, just like the thing behind me, you're looking for a downward move at the open. That's all you're looking for. It's just this downward move. You're just looking for a downward move at the open. And then once it forms this low right here, so let me draw this out. Once it forms this low right here, that's always going to be your main reward target for these type of trades. Once it forms this low down here, that's where you're going to take profits. You're looking for this low to form. You get a big downward move at the open, and then this is always going to be where you take profits. And once it forms this low right here, then the next step is when you're going to start preparing yourself to possibly enter this trade, and you're going to look for a bounce back to the VWAP, which you get right here. You're going to try to enter it as close to the VWAP as you can, right around there. And then you can use a previous low on your chart as risk. And so you can either use a previous low or a previous high. Let's see what we can find with this one. Yeah, I like this one. You see this previous low right here, the low of that opening range at 33.95. That looks like a solid risk level. And so if you get in at the VWAP and you set that level as your risk, then your risk is, if you get in at 82 or 83 and your risk level is 95, then your risk is 12 cents. And then you can set your reward target from 82 or 83, really 83, down to 56. And so your reward target is what, like 30 or 27 cents? And so you have a 27-cent reward target with a 12-cent risk. It's better than 2 to 1. Your reward is twice as big or more as your risk is. And so that way, even if you're only profitable 50% of the time, or even if you're only 50% accurate, you're still going to make money. And so that's what's beautiful about this strategy. And this happens over and over again. And if you take profits at the right spot, down at 33.50s, then even if it bounces all the way back, you're still protected. It's not going to turn into a losing trade. But if it actually breaks these lows like it does here, then it's going to be a much larger winner. And that's actually the goal. But really the main goal is just to take profits of this range right here and attack that low of the day as your profit target right here. So this is just the range you're looking to attack. And it happens all the time. It's what I've been trading for years. Mitch and I have been trading this strategy for years, and it works really well. And that's the breakdown.
All right. One that will be on my watch list today, guys, is GE. GE looking tradable today. I'm thinking it's getting a little bit momentum. Could also fail. Has a nice range. Good 50 cent, a little bit above 50 cent range there. I'm liking the way it's trading and looking pre-market, so this is definitely going to be tradable for me today. I'll have it on my watch list. Support for me is 1075. Resistance right above there, up at 1107, 1108. I'm going to be looking to see if that one can either make a run above 11 or it failed at 1075.
Yep. I don't mind that.
Yeah, I like this stock. If you look at the weekly, you see that it's been trying to make runs past this 1130s, 1150. This is where the crackdown happened in November of last year. And so that's why the support is becoming acting a resistance. And we're going to see if it's going to be able to get back above and GE can become GE again, or it's either going to hit up here in these 1150s and reject hard.
Yep. If you like penny stocks, SLS is making moves here. It's up to 25 cents, but it's super voluminous. And so if you're into penny stocks, SLS looks solid here. Let's see. Terrible daily chart, but I mean, it's a penny stock, so what can you really expect from it? But yeah, it's testing pre-market highs right now for SLS. Big level here is, I mean, if it picks up some volume here and breaks this pre-market high and then holds that level of support, then it could actually run, and that's actually the $0.25. I've said this a bunch of times, but people don't really realize a lot of times people will only watch half and whole dollars, but $0.25 actually have some sway over the market as well. Like 25, 75, those levels are big psychological levels as well, so people watch those. Another one that's popping up on my scanners here is UIS, which looks interesting. Looks like a medium float stock though, but I mean it's gapping up from 1050s to 1203, and decent volume, and it's tradable on Taps Force for UIS, and so I'll probably watch that one too. LSCC on my scanners now, and this is a one that we've traded before. LSCC. I'll go ahead and look up the news in a minute. Let me go ahead and do that actually, so we can start looking up why some of these are moving. What was the big movers? EMPH.
Also, AMRN up on the day. I'll be watching that one.
Yeah, I put that one on my watch list too. It doesn't look bad. It's been fading almost every day for AMRN.
EXTR. I've heard about it before. Taking a look at it.
All right, so ENPH here. Let's go ahead and look up ENPH. ENPH is up after it had a beat on second quarter estimates, and it issued quarter three revenue target. So it said late yesterday, and it reported the second quarter non-GAAP earnings of 18 cents per share, which are up from 1 cent per share a year ago. And they also beat the Capital IQ consensus of 13 cents per share. So it really did really well and did much better than they expected with earnings and revenue for ENPH. And so we'll see what happens. The revenue was 134.1 million, up from 75.9 million. So good earnings and revenue for ENPH. We'll see what happens with this one. Hey, can you please find, will you look for my glasses for me, please? Thank you. Yeah, so ENPH positive earnings and revenue. Like I said, we also have UIS, which is this top chart here. The company reported better than expected quarter two sales results and second quarter EPS higher from last year. So same thing, positive second quarter results for UIS. Then we have LSCC here. LSCC gapping up from 1640s to 1822. And this one is up after second quarter results from yesterday. The market cap stands at 2.1 billion. But I guess this is second quarter. Yeah, so second quarter results exceed Wall Street estimates, and they guide third quarter revenue in line with the analyst view. So positive results for LSCC. Then we have WKHS. WKHS. This one's not tradable, unfortunately for us, but we could still look this one up because it is moving. And I might look at some put options. Again, it just depends on what the calls and what really the stock is. So I'm not really seeing any catalyst for this one. So I'm probably going
All right, guys. One that I'm maybe watching for a strong move is AMRN. The earnings are pretty good. It has a lot of key stats that are going to help it. Pullback in research and development expenses decreased 60% over year. Another thing that's really positive, revenues were up 91% year over year. And another really positive 2019 guidance earlier this month, AMRN revised its guidance to provide preliminary result release the company raised its expectations for the Vespa sales to range in 380 million to 420 million from previous guidance of 350 million in 2019. So increased guidance, lower expenses, higher revenue.
What's up, Abby? Yeah, welcome back, brother. Abby is like a really old, really OG, man. This dude's been here for like what, like over a year now. What's up, Abby? What's up, Richard? I think I'm pronouncing your name right, man. It's Richard Chapoteau, correct? I think. Listen, I'm from Louisiana, so that's why the French name is intriguing to me, man. I want to see if I'm pronouncing it correctly. But yeah, BYND still being pretty volatile here. SQ up. Which one did you look up, Mitch? My bad.
That's AMRN with their earnings.
Let's see. So it's positive earnings.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, that one looks good. We'll see. I mean, I'm gonna look to short it still, but it all depends on how it acts at the open, really.
Yeah.
What else do we have here? EA, like I said, EA, which is like the corporate shill of the gaming world. They hit you with those microtransactions on Star Wars Battlefront, man. Everybody hates EA now.
Yeah, EA's owner has been selling a lot of his shares lately. Everyone's seeing the run and wondering if the run's gonna end because of it. But let's see what happens.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like I said, EA is kind of the corporate shill of the gaming world that everybody hates, and it's understandable. Like they put out Star Wars Battlefront. The first two were great games. The third one, they just littered it with microtransactions. It was play to win. They just charged people so much just to try to play this game. After the game already costs like 70 or 80 bucks. And so yeah, man, everybody hates EA now, you know. And the games are just getting worse, you know what I mean? And so I think they're getting a little bit too greedy over there.
It could be one to watch. It has a big time support at 93. If it cracks at 93, comes back, you could watch that one for a fade. I'll keep that one on watch actually. I'm
Which
gonna
one?
add that to the watch list. EA.
Yeah, for sure. It's up enough too. It's gapping up.
Yeah,
I'm guessing second quarter earnings is probably what it is. Hey,
big
what's
time
up, Pat?
support there.
What's up,
Big time
Pat?
support.
We got a few people back in the chat today. What's up, Pat? Hey, John. Been months, been busy lately, but now I'm back to trading. What's up, brother? Yeah, man. Mitch and I got our face cams now. We're stepping the stream up, bro.
Yeah,
You know?
welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked the first Star Wars. Me and my friends used to play that game, but the second one, too much, or the third one, too much microtransactions, man. They just littered it. But yeah, so SQ gapping up some. A lot of earnings today, so I'm assuming a lot of these are earnings. Let's see. No, I don't know why this one's up. Grubhub trimmed its full year outlook. So Square was one of the fast money picks for July 30th.
Yeah, Grubhub looks good too, guys. The only thing with Grubhub is I will be really careful with it, guys. If I do trade this, you have to trade it with very small sizing. This stock has an easy range of $2, and so that's actually a pretty big amount, pretty big
Yeah,
move, even in a $70 stock. And
yeah.
so you
So
got to be a little bit careful. Watch when the spreads change and make sure that you're not just jumping on the bid short and the spread is like 60 cents higher, because that's not going to actually help you. That's going to be a hindrance in your trade, because the moment you get in, you're going to notice yourself 60 cents down.
yeah, man, this isn't one of those ones where you want to jump in with 300 shares, man. You'll find yourself down $1,000 real quick. You know,
Yeah.
if you
Yeah, I've traded this one with 200 shares, and I even felt like I was pushing it. Um,
for
the
sure.
real key is you have to wait for the spread to help you. Wait for the bid to get tighter and the ask price to get tighter, and that's when you take the trade. You don't wait until the kind of the bid is 50 cents down and the ask is 60 cents up. That's not going to help you. Definitely,
Jackson
you
says,
can trade it. Just know that you're trading off important levels.
right, for sure. Jackson says Love the daily streams, consistency, and free advice trading. Yeah, man, that's what we do it for, brother. At the end of the stream, I'm going to post our link to our newest video. It's a Q&A with James. There's some... It was a fun Q&A that Mitch and James did. So when the stream's ending, I'll post that link. Y'all can go check that out as well. We are using Trade Idea scanners, the best scanners in the game. I'll post that link here if you want to check them out. Great way to help support the channel as well, guys. So I'll post this Trade Ideas link. And we'll go up and look up the future news. What's up, KC Mac? What's up, brother? Yeah, there's the link. You want to use the best scanners in the game by far. But yeah, so with the market today, per Market Watch, it says, quote, U.S. oil futures were on track to extend gains to a fifth straight session on Wednesday after a report on inventory showed a greater than expected weekly drop. Investors were also awaiting a highly anticipated Federal Reserve policy meeting that expected to deliver a 0.25 percentage point interest rate cut. West Texas Intermediate was up 1%. On the New York Mercantile Exchange, gained 52% or 0.9 or 52 cents or 0.9%. It's on pace for a fifth straight gain, which would match its longest stretch of positive settlements since the period ended July 10th. October Brent crude is up 0.94%. And so futures doing okay today. Futures doing all right. We'll see what happens. And that's per Market Watch, end quote. What's up, Cargo? What's up, brother? Teacher John. I'm assuming you're talking about my football coaching I did earlier on the board. But yeah, you might if that's actually the case, Jerome, you might not be live. All right, guys. So yeah, let's see what we get here. Remember, guys, to hit that sub button, hit that subscribe button, and if you want to help support us, we do this live every weekday morning. So hit that like button right now, and we definitely appreciate it if you do. So yeah, so SPY is up, looking solid at 301.05 here. GE, something that Mitch and I both talked about this morning, was on both of our watch lists. It's looking solid here as well, gapped up to 11.17 before falling back down to 10.80s. The interesting thing with GE here is this range right here. So it's putting in lower highs, and it's getting a little bit more crunched up together. Let's see if I can draw this a little bit better here. So if you see that, it's kind of consolidating, but it's getting closer and closer together. It's narrowing and narrowing with its consolidation. So we'll see if we get a breakout on one of the sides, up or down. Interesting level for this one is 1080 or also 1070 has some resistance there as well and some support. So I think I actually like this level a little bit better because you can see it with support and resistance. So I think this level is interesting for GE 1070. With microchip stocks, we got MU down, AMD down. So probably based off of sympathy with those. SQ up, Roku up a little bit here. WKHS looking solid, but my main watch is probably ENPH, LSCC. Looking good here as well. So I'll probably watch these two along with AMD, MU. And yeah, we'll see what else we get today. Maybe SQ too, it just depends. We're going to watch GE, like I said, as well. If the range is big enough for GE, I'll attack it. I don't typically trade GE that much just because most of the time the range is super small just because it's a larger float stock. But today especially, I mean, it's pretty volatile. The range is decent, so... TWOH down. Let's see that one. Or TWOU down. Yeah, TWOU gapping down big. And that's something we haven't actually looked at yet is the gap downs. Let's look at some gap downs. We can look at some. So TWOU Big gap down here. And I can look up the news for this one as well. Let's see. So yeah, U.S. stocks were set for a higher open Wednesday after market participants digested a flood of corporate earnings and looked ahead to the Federal Reserve's monetary policy announcement due later this session. And that's per Market Watch, end quote. But yeah, TWOU is gapping down some. I'm not seeing any catalyst for... Oh, wait, yeah, I am. It's cut. Second quarter results is what this one is. So bad second quarter results. ACRS gapping down some if you like penny stock gap downs. FEYE gapping down some as well.
It's not tradable for me, but this one stock, man, that thing fell through the roof. Look at WRLD, World Acceptance here. Look at that chart.
Mine's not showing a gap down.
WRLD.
Oh, hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, the long-term chart for sure.
Wee.
Man, what happened there? I think it dropped, let's see, 60 down to 20, so $40 roughly. So that thing dropped like 25% in a day.
It's interesting, at least.
Yeah, it's like a 25% drop in a day. Rough, man, for sure.
Yeah, without a doubt.
But yeah, so FEYE. I think this is I have to look this one up, but I think, let me see. It says they had positive earnings, but they were hampered by cloud upgrades and renewal rates. So higher sales commissions for new business also cut into profit and outlook for FEYE. So kind of mixed results, but it's gapping down substantially. So we'll see. I'd look for this one for a bounce, really, though. But yeah, so my main watches today, guys, are LSCC, ENPH, GE, AMD, and MU. Those are the 4 or 5 or 6 stocks that I'm definitely watching. If you have anything you think I should be watching, let me know. I'll also watch EA. EA is another one I'm going to watch for sure. Just because it's gapping up solid, may look to short it. I'm going to watch AMRN. I think Mitch talked about that one too. It's gapping up some. I've been watching that one more and more lately. And it's been fading, decent. It's been fading once or twice every day. So it fakes out sometimes, but not bad. Make a video of that, Mitch, with the board. What?
What's up, Mitch?
What's up, man? Alright. Another day, another dollar. Let's see what we get today, man. $120 day for me. I made about $80 in net, but up to about 300. I'm trying to break away from this, man. I've been in this consolidation in my account for like, I don't know how long, man. It's been like weeks. I've been stuck in between $100 and $400 in profit, and I can't break past it. It's been like I can't break past it, man. It's been tough. Like watch, like I'll go ahead and up, like look, you can even see, like I'll historical data, trades. I'll get in yesterday, filter, export. Just name this one yesterday. Oh, yeah, I'm going to replace the other yesterday. And then look, all I got to do is import, choose, quick, yesterday, upload. Oh no, I've broken the monthly trade quota. They want me to upgrade. I mean, listen. I wouldn't mind upgrading, but it's so expensive, man. It's $30 a month. I mean, maybe I'm being cheap here, but that seems like a stretch, man. Like if it was like $12 a month, if it was like $12, I'd do it. But 30, man, 50. Whatever. Maybe I'll do it. I'll do 30. Do you guys think UGAZ is a good long play? UGAZ is a ETF. Thoughts on Twitter under 4090. Yeah, UGAZ is a credit. I know it's an ETF. What kind of ETF? What's the underlying asset for the ETF? And what kind of, is it an inverse ETF? I want to say oil, right? Is this oil?
What?
UGAZ.
Yeah.
I want to say it's oil, right?
No.
Let me look it up.
This is a credit.
Yeah, it's a natural gas ETN linked to the S&P.
Yeah, that's what I meant. It's kind of oil, but it's not. It's natural gas.
Yeah, basically oil is what I see it as. But yeah. So I mean, you're basically asking me whether I'm bullish on oil.
I mean, you could look at UWT, DWT, and try to use the combination to develop trading theory. There's a bunch of traders that trade in the oil sector. The way they use it a lot is trying to determine catalyst with all the oil stocks, kind of see the momentum that they're having in the intraday, and then they take a trade. A lot of traders that trade oil trade small until they know the direction, and then they trade big.
Yeah, that's what Ricky Gutierrez attacks. Is
Yep.
oil.
The reason why? He has $1 million friends and $1 million positions.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not mad at him for it. I understand that, like, you find a niche in the market, and if that niche works, you can attack that niche over and over and over again.
I'll just tell you guys, be careful in the oil game. Oil game is for I would say the big ballers. There's a lot of information that's put out in oil that isn't kind of in PR, and so that's why I don't mess with oil. Oil is one of the most expensive games there is out there. You're messing with people that have billions versus trying to trade with people that are like your regular,
$500.
your regular retail trader. And that's why I don't mess with oil. I do think it has patterns. It has a lot of what we
for sure.
call it holds support and holds resistance. So break that support, come back to that support, hold it, then go right back to the resistance, and certain things like that. I think that's playable. I think you should do it like kind of how even Ricky teaches, small then big. Try to develop a trend. Once you have trend, then you can go a little bit harder in certain stocks. And that's how kind of oil moves. Oil has a tendency of moving from about $60 a barrel to about $40 a barrel. That's like the range. It usually has a tendency of going up. Sometimes it goes up to 65, 70. Then you'll see it in 3 or 4 months down at 40s, 35s, and then people think, oh no, oil's going to the ground, and then it just comes right back up to 60. It has a lot of range. So you have to figure out the trend. Where is it heading now? Is it heading back to the 60, or is it heading down to the bottom of the support?
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of outside of my realm as a trader.
Snap, and Twitter are definitely playable. These are stocks that have been gapping up, pushing up. Definitely you can keep an eye on those. I know you don't like Snap, but she's a little hard.
No, it's not that she's hard. I mean, she just is not. She's just not reliable for me. Like, the main reason is, like, especially, like, look at yesterday. It's just constant chop. It's crossing over and under the VWAP, and that's what you get a lot. Really, the 29th wasn't that bad, but all I could do is base it off of past experience. And if I trade this thing, I probably traded this thing at least 10, 15 times. I probably lost at least 8 of those times. So I just base it off of past experience, just not my range bound trades on this one. It just
not your baby.
Yeah, it just doesn't work for me. We just don't see eye to eye. Let's put it that way. So it is what it is. AMD is about to crash. AMD. Yeah, AMD
right.
could. I think it has a solid shadow to fill.
Let's get ready.
32.
Let's do this.
from like 32 to 30.50 or so. I think it has some room there.
All right, guys, let's do this, guys.
We
Open
got 20
coming here.
seconds.
First watch EMPH.
Oh yeah, let me get my chart set up. All right, guys, here's the bell. Here we go. Good luck. Remember, calculate your risk versus your reward. You know, pay attention to how much you're risking in the trade. Adjust
E-
share size. No need to go crazy. Take it small if
EA
you.
ripping. EA ripping out there.
Yeah, EA's ripping. ENPH.
Okay, one that I'm gonna look to attack MGM. VWAP fade MGM.
SPY dropping. SQ dropping. But yeah, EA is up. Let's see.
See what else I see here.
It's interesting. The SPY actually just dropped originally at the open, but for ENPH, we're getting a rip. LSCC, we're getting a rip. Apple, ripping up.
AMD bouncing up there. Looks interesting.
Yeah, the big thing I've learned, guys, is like when I first used to trade, I used to just jump into stocks like right now, you know, and I just don't. I think you got to give it at least 3 minutes to form 3 candles before you can really judge your entries off of. I think if you jump in before that, it's just a coin flip. You know, you're just gonna get stopped out of time and just be down. So I think that's the biggest thing new traders can try to condition themselves to do is just be patient at the open. There's no need to jump in within the first minute. There's no need to. A lot of the time it's going to be the most volatile time in the market and you're just going to get squeezed up or out of whatever you were thinking. It's hard to form an idea around one candle. And I know you're using the previous chart, but patience at the open is one of the biggest benefiting things that traders can learn to have. LSCC maybe coming back down there to break these lows. AMD looking weak. Getting hit.
Yep. So is JD. I'm looking for JD here also. JD looking interesting. Bounce would be 29. Risk would be 40.
SPY's washing here. SPY's coming down. SQ almost filled that whole gap. Yeah, MGM doesn't look bad for a fade.
Yeah, I'm looking at MGM and also looking at JD right now.
Biggest issue with JD is the risk, but I think 38, 37 is a solid risk. Use that low of that previous day right before the close. Looks solid, about 10-cent risk, and then from 28 down to 07, maybe the whole dollar of 30 looks solid. AMD, if the VWAP continues to drop for AMD, I'll start to consider that one for a fade too. But the VWAP's got to drop. SPY completely rebounding here, moving up now.
MGM just going to the 35. It didn't go up high enough for me to grab it.
Yeah, I saw it. It never got to the VWAP, unfortunately. Look at the little mini triangle for LSCC here.
AMD has a nice VWAP fade possibility there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If the VWAP can drop on AMD, I'll consider it. If the VWAP stays up there, I don't like it. But if the VWAP can drop.
JD didn't get up high enough either.
Look at the little triangle on LSCC here. But as AMD keeps dropping, I get more and more interested in it. Let's see. It's probably going to bounce right here, I would assume. SQ, super choppy. Honestly, the SPY is pretty choppy today, guys. And so unless you have a sector that actually picks a direction, I would be careful. Yeah, nothing's popping up on the massive volume and low float scanner. Nothing. But yeah, so the SPY's choppy. Very, very choppy today. It's moved up, broke highs, came back down, broke lows, moved back up, broken highs again. And so it's faking people out left and right, I'm sure. So you just got to be careful with it.
All right, there's a big time support on AMRN here in the 84s, 80s. I'm trying to see if there's enough bag buyers to bring this back up above 19. This could get some drive. Keep this one on watch. The high of the day for pre-market was all the way up there to 20, so I'm going to keep an eye on this one. See if it's going to break down here.
There goes MGM popping back up.
Yeah, it doesn't seem too bad.
Like a 6-cent risk too if you use or maybe an 8-cent risk. If you use 38, you could do it. It's just where's your reward. But it doesn't look bad there for sure. I like that 38 risk in it. So I'm starting to look at AMD. My risk would be 08, and so my risk would be let's see, 13 plus 8, so about 21 cents. And so my risk would be about 21 cents with maybe about 04 actually. So my risk would be 18 cents or so, if it can get up there. It's also got a lot of resistance above it too, so I think I like that. GE dropping. Like I said, we just gotta be careful though, because the SPY is just super choppy. It's just been, look at all the wicks on the SPY today. It's just breaking highs, coming back down, breaking lows, coming back down, going back up, breaking highs. So a little sketchy for the SPY today. Depends on how much these stocks are actually following it. And look at LSCC with this range. Just tighter and tighter range here. It still hasn't broken really out of this for the last few minutes. We'll see when it actually breaks. It might break big there. I might consider JD too, just because the risk would be 21, and so my risk would be 6 cents. MGM wasn't bad the second time around too. What's everybody else watching right now, guys? What's everybody else taking a look at?
Gonna see if I can get the cannabis sector to come back. Only with APHA and ACB looks the best.
Yeah, ACB doesn't look bad for sure. APHA looks better too, yeah. I looked at CGC, it's just lower volume. I mean, I'm looking at JD with the risk of 21. AMD never gave me the VWAP fade. Unfortunately, MU might do it a little bit better though. Yeah, just being patient today, guys. Only 9 minutes in. Not seeing too much I really like right now. HPHA doesn't look bad, but it's been a while since I traded the cannabis stocks.
EA holding well, guys. Good flag breakout there.
AMRN is one I'm starting to get maybe a little bit more interested in. I like it just because I can use that 04 level as my risk, and so my risk is 6 cents. But it would have to get up there to 98. It's at 92 now. I also think AMRN's actually following the SPY pretty closely today, so that might be a bad thing. Remember to hit your record button, brother.
Yes, sir. Square looking a little bit interesting here. Would like to see a rejection here, but needed to get in there in 14s, and the spread is about 10 cents, so it's not really giving me a position to get in here.
Yeah, there's 92. So AMR ends up to 95, but the spread is, yeah, it's 3 or 4 cents, which just completely ruins my risk reward. Unfortunately, it doesn't look bad. It's just it's got to get up there to 98 or so. I think it'll probably come back down here to the 79 level, but a little bit too late. There's 96. I'm gonna jump in with 100 here. There's 98. Get in with 200. See if we
Mm.
get that flush down for AMRN. Just my first trade of the day. Uh, Very small risk. Entry of 96. Looking for maybe one more ad in AMRN if we can get it. Don't know if I'm going to be able to, though. The only way an ad makes sense is if I can get the bid above 96, which is my entry. If I can't, then it's a waste of trade because I'm not actually getting a better average with it. So I'm watching this bid
Square
level here.
holding strong right now.
Got a split second 97. 98. Maybe I'll be careful with this one now. I'll let it test my risk. I'm out. That thing's starting to squeeze up way too much for AMRN. Looks like it's going to pull a red to green move. Maybe it'll fake me out, but that was my risk at 04. Let it go a little bit extra, but $22 loss. Very small. Yeah, look at the squeeze up.
Yep, I was looking for that one actually. I called it out a little earlier. There's a big time support at 1880. I'm actually looking for this one to get long, and so let's see if who knows, maybe it turns around. Didn't go well on the VWAP fade, but maybe we get a VWAP bounce here. Gonna pay attention to it. Yeah, MGM interesting there at 25s, but risk is about 10 cents, profit about 10 cents. JD making a move back here. Watching AMD, MU coming back to the VWAP there. It doesn't look too bad. Might take a
Yeah,
look at that one. Also looking at QCOM. QCOM, I like it. I like the daily chart. If it can come back to 74s, I'll take that.
yeah, I'm watching MU as well. I like the risk of 60, so it's like an 8 cent risk. But it's got to get up there. And if AMRN gets flushed back down here to like 90 and then bounces up to the VWAP, I'll probably jump back in with a short since this one was small. It just depends on if it comes back down to the bottom of the range. APHA's at the VWAP now.
Yeah, I'm just literally typing that in.
Whoa. It's got to be a glitch for AMRN, right?
Yeah, but I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I see a lot of volume jumping in there. 4,600 shares, 2,400 shares. That's at '07 and '08s at the top. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Think you could see it probably pull down to 19 here right quick, and then see if there's some bag buyers at 19.
LSCC thoughts?
EMPH straight up there, man.
LSCC, yeah, it's just too narrow range now. I don't know what happened with it, but it's just sitting there not doing anything.
All right, guys. In APHA here, APHA risk is going to be 57s, 58s. So only risking about 4 to 5 cents here. Looking for a 10-cent gain, 1,000 shares.
Yeah, so glad I got out of AMRN. I guess that's just a glitch right there. But yeah, I'm looking at AMD now. It's pulling back to the VWAP somewhat. It just depends. It's pretty extended on the downside.
All right, ACB get in there also.
JD too. All right, so I'm looking at
AMRN, what a rip.
yeah, I'm looking at
I was looking at that one. Let's see if I can get that one on a VWAP bounce here.
yeah, I'm looking at AMD at 61 with an entry of 61 with a risk of 84. I think it may fade before I actually get the chance, but JD's not looking bad here. It just depends on what the range is. I mean, it's not a bad range for JD. I just like this 20 risk for JD, but I would have to get in at about 10, 30, 10 for SPY flushing back down here. Big flush on the SPY back down to the lows, but it's actually very choppy right now. And the only
All
issue
right.
I have with
JD, get in there if you want to take a look at JD. I
right, well
see
that's
AMD. AMD's possible, real quick. A little pop up.
yeah, well the what I
Uh,
was
QCOM. Now that I like.
looking at JD. The only issue with it is that it's a Chinese stock, and so if our market starts to tank, it actually might go up. So that's the only concerning issue I have with JD. But it doesn't look bad, and it's setting up for it. Um, AMD too. MU may be a little bit easier because it has that really obvious risk at 60. So if AMD or if MU can get up
Oof.
to
I'm trying to
40,
get it filled here in QCOM. I think I missed it. I'm really annoyed. This one I really like. I have a 10-cent risk, easy 30-cent move right back down. Risk
I
entry has to be 70, and you could risk off of 80s or 85s.
I'm in MU for a fade with 60 risk, so 10 cents. Also, kind of looking at JD, but like I said, our market is just tanking, and so if our market tanks, JD might actually pop up because it's opposing economies, if you will. So
All right, there, guys. I'm in here on QCOM. Got filled there at 70. I like my wrist spot. Gotta watch both trades here. All right, gonna put a stop for APHA. If it comes down, it'll just give me that nice profit. I'm gonna pay attention more to QCOM that's a little bit faster moving here.
Master, if you want to see whether a stock's tradable, you go to Trade Manager right here and you type it in. So I can type in MU and it has a Y next to is tradable. And anything that's tradable is shortable. I can type in AMD, it has a Y. I can type in WKHS and it has nothing. So if it has nothing here or an N, it's not tradable. But if it has a Y in the Trade Manager under symbol, then it is tradable.
I just hit an ad there in QCOM at 70s. A lot of volume coming in for APHA, a little bit scary. I know that the earnings are coming up soon, so I got to hold really tight to my risk, which is 56.
SPY rebounding all the way back to the VWAP here, but I don't think it's gonna. I mean, it could reverse, I guess, but it's rebounding some. I'm only in with 100 shares of MU. Of course, I wish I got more now, but we'll see. I don't mind adding back to it as it pops back up there. See if we get that low test. But yeah, any bounces here, I'll add right back to MU. See if we can get up to. If we get up to like 43, 44, I'll add to this one. But I got to get up there. See what else we have today.
All right, there's a good crack, APHA. See if we can crack 50s here, come down to the 45s, and then we can take some profit.
$31s. 30s.
Trying to
I
see
guess I'll go ahead and.
QCOM break 60. If I can see QCOM break 60, then I'll take some profit.
So I took a half off of there on MU, and I'm just going to plan to add back to it. I think it may bounce where it's at right now. JD is looking a little bit better now, and like I said, it all depends what JD does with what our market does. I think since it's a competing economy with this, that if our market tanks, JD might bounce. That's the only kind of concerning thing with it. So I got to watch the SPY with that one as well. There's the low of the days for MU. I don't know why I trade so small on my first few trades. I got to scale up a little bit.
Just got to find the right middle point. That's it, brother. That's all it is. There's a middle point for you. Find that middle point.
Yeah, I think middle point's probably like 400 shares. All right, so we're getting that bounce up here on MU. I'm gonna add 75 shares right back to this one. So I just added 75 shares right back, holding 125 now, and gonna look to add back on any bounces here. Got myself a little bit better entry here with an entry of 43 now. So we'll see if we get the flush back down. Don't mind kind of adding a little bit more really here.
All right. QCOM going up there to 80s. Got to be careful here, guys. Don't really want to see it hold 80s here. It's up there to 80s, 84s, up at my risk. Quick rejection there off 85. Let's see if it comes right back down. There you go. It's a rejection off 85 there.
All right, so that's not bad. So nice little drop back down to 30s here. And again, I mean, I can go ahead and take half off again. And then I'm just going to add it back if it moves back. This is kind of how I trade fades, is I could just kind of add it back on any subsequent bounces to the VWAP and then cover around the bottom. And as long as it stays in that range, I can just treat it like an ATM and kind of rinse and repeat what works. See if we get the break here. I'm holding a little bit of shares left just to see if we get the break. I'm liking JD more now too.
APHA is moving so slow. I just might take the profit and just get out of it.
Yeah, I jumped out of that last little bit of MU. Just gonna look to get back into it on any bounces to the VWAP, and I might miss the low of the day break, but I think that's gonna happen. I think it's gonna bounce so often here that I gotta just be careful with it.
Yeah, I'm just getting out of APHA. It's too slow for me, and I'm getting a little impatient. I got to pay attention to QCOM.
JD is such a small risk. I don't mind taking it, I guess, with like a 15-cent risk. Just basing it off of a possible fade there.
All right, about to cover here in QCOM.
Maybe I'm a little bit late
Yeah.
with JD.
Out. Big loss there in QCOM. Not the way it's supposed to go. Didn't hold to that high. Pushed to this third high here. And it could just tackle down here, but that's just the way it goes. Not the best results for kind of a good eye this morning. That's how it goes.
Yeah, it happens, brother. Don't stress it, man. You'll bounce back.
Yeah, the
It's a good
QCOM
week.
looked good.
It's
It
a good
was
week
just-
for you.
Yeah. Just didn't hold that resistance there. Could reject here, but didn't want to push it some more.
But yeah, this is that. So I know some people were asking me to explain a VWAP fade. MU is a great example of it. You get a downward trend, pull back to the VWAP, fade back down, and I'm just attacking that range. I may look to add back to MU. You got to realize though, like the more times I add back and cover, like the more times to take advantage of that range, the worse my future accuracy is going to get. Like as I continue to do it, it's the bigger the chance that it's actually going to not work for me. And so with that, I have to take educated risks and try not to go super crazy with the ranging of it, if that makes sense. There
A
goes
little
JD.
upset. Yeah, I don't even want to look at her. Didn't even
Yeah.
trade her.
I mean, I talked myself out of it. The SPY was fading, and so my logic was like, it's a Chinese company. If our market fades, then their market may go up because they're competing economies. And so that was my logic on it. I guess I was wrong. I mean, it's a little early. It could bounce back, and maybe I got out of MU too early, but still early in the day. I've been trading later and later, as you guys can see, and yeah, maybe missed this low of the day break. I mean, I really don't mind APHA at this point now. It put in that obvious high, and now it's bouncing back to the VWAP. It just depends on what the other cannabis stocks are doing. Cron, ACB. Oh, UIS was another one that I was watching that I forgot about. And I mean, if JD bounces to the VWAP, it might not be bad still. UIS running. What did the ENPH do? Still running. Alright, so let's see what we get today. APHA looks alright here. I would just base it off of this 55 risk, so it'd just be such a tight risk that I might consider it. May not work. I think the accuracy is not going to be great for it, but just because the risk is so tight, take it for like a 3-cent risk with like a few hundred shares, and then try to get 15 cents of reward from it. I'll give it a shot with 200 shares. And yeah, I mean, just to preface this entire trade, I think, like I said, I think this might actually fail more than it's going to work, but I think the risk reward for this one in APHA will compensate for that. So I'm just basing it off of that previous high at 55 as my risk. So my risk is literally 3 cents if you include the penny I'm going to let it test. And here's another bounce back in MU. So I could think of adding back on MU here. There's 55. Like I said, I'll let it test that penny. But if it breaks here, it's looking strong. I think I just got to get out. Let me try to get MU ready here. Maybe too late. Maybe I missed my ad opportunity there. Yeah, I definitely did. Unfortunate. There's back down to 53s. Yeah, JD was the one, man. I talked myself out of that one. Unfortunate. Nice, Abby. Congrats, brother. Yeah, I mean, we're taking trades. I'm just not trading penny stocks right now, Jackson. I'm not much of a penny stock trader, man. I'm mostly mid-high cap stocks. Sometimes I'll trade stocks like APHA or I'll trade some stocks, but most of the time it's not penny stocks just because they're not tradable on TEFs for the most part. And I just find more consistency in mid and high cap stocks for me. Everybody's different though, you know. Really kind of want to add to MU back into this one here. Yeah, I may add a little bit to MU actually here at 38. Maybe 100 shares. See if we can take advantage of the range again. Bad fill, it seems. Yeah, bad fill. Unfortunately. Well, that's better though.
On QCOM. Risk is 75. Willing to add if it comes back to VWAP.
There's 41s. I'll add one more share position to this one for MU, but not going to take it huge here. Just basing it off of that previous high is my risk. There's 42s. I'm going to wait for my spot to add, though. 44s, 45s. Maybe not. I guess this is my spot to add. If I'm going to add, I just got to base it off of that 53 risk. But like I said, I mean, it's going to work less and less as time goes on. So probably just going to jump out of APHA. Or maybe set a stop loss at 57, maybe? No. Yeah, I'm just going to get out of APHA here. It's at 55. That's fine. Like I said, it's still a pretty small day for me, guys, so.
All right, just hit an add there. Got to really hold to 75 here in QCOM. Let's see if I'm just fighting trend here in QCOM or going to get this win here.
All right, I'm going to add one more 100 share lot to MU in with 200 shares. Like I said, I'm just risking it off of this 53 level now. My entry is 40. Just going to see if we get this range bound move again. I'm still so small on the day where I'm up or down less than $20, so I got to take my swing when I see something I like soon. So we'll see what we can find here. The SPY's actually tanking here. The SPY's tanking. Let's see. Maybe I got out of APHA too early, but There's 49s, 50s, 51s. Like I said, I'm just risking off of this level here. Hopefully it gets flushed, but I'm risking off of this 53, 54 level, really.
All right, I got another good rejection off 75, so at least I know I'm holding to the right risk limit. It's either going to collapse here, then come back down, or it's going to squeeze me out on the next candle. It keeps building up at 91s and 96s. That's the only thing that's concerning me. There's some share size that went in through there.
Yeah, you can hold shares overnight, but you can only hold a certain amount of your buying power. If you hold over a certain amount, they penalize you and they hit you with fees. Best thing to do is to reach out to them and ask them, because I'm not the right guy to answer that, because I don't really hold stocks overnight. But like I said, if you buy too many, they're gonna penalize you with fees, and you're gonna get hit with like a $50 fee, I think, or I don't know how much it is. But best thing to do is just to reach out to them, because I don't really know. Really unfortunate. Been trading with the $1,000 that I've made for my summer job with the Thinkorswim commissions. It's near impossible to make a profit. Yeah, I mean, that's just commissions with any platform. That's one of the reasons I like TEFs and TradeNet. And I may sound like a broken record, but I can trade 300 shares, and my commission is like $4 for a round trip. If you trade bigger though, like if you trade 1,000 shares, your commissions are much less favorable. So you do want to understand that. But like if you trade small on TradeNet and TEFs, the commissions are so much better. And so that's why you see me trade 1, 2, 300 shares, because my commissions are so small with that. And I can trade small, attack the stocks I want in mid and high cap stocks, and it just makes sense. And so yeah, if you want to check that out for the next day until tomorrow, you can get the intro package for $375. So you can get a pretty good deal. The sale's only for the rest of this month, and so until tomorrow. And so if you want to check out TradeNet, huge benefits for new traders. No PDT rule. You can day trade as much as you want. Comes with a trading course, access to a trading chat room, a demo account, all for less than $400. And I think it just makes sense, and it's one of the ways that new traders can get their feet wet without risking a ton of money. Like I said, I think it just makes sense risk-reward wise for new traders. I think it makes a ton of sense. And so if you want to check them out, there's the link. Great way to help support our channel. Beautiful drop here with the scaling back into trade with MU. We'll see if we get a little bit bigger of a drop, but I really like this one, and I can just kind of hold it, break even now, I believe.
Go work, John. Go work.
Thanks, brother.
Yes, Q Cobb. She's definitely playing with me today.
Yeah. Your risk is 75. It's confirmed that level a bunch, so I think you're good with that one.
It's just going to be a matter of what's going to happen here. Probability, man. That's all it is.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to go ahead and take another 100 off here just to bank some more profits with this one on MU. I think if it's going to bounce, it's going to bounce right here. And I really don't mind kind of rinsing and repeating this one and protecting myself in it. If it rebounds, it's not going to be a losing trade, and I've effectively protected myself. And if it does bounce back to 45 or so, I could just add my sizing right back and then risk off of that same 54 level for a 9-cent risk that I talked about earlier. And so that's kind of my plan with this one right now. I've currently made just under $40 trading that range that I always talk about. So it's been working for sure. We'll just see. It just depends on whether it's actually going to break down now. That's what we're looking at. EA. If EA pivots back to the VWAP here, it might be a rejection. Should have held APHA. It put in. Now it's at a quadruple top there for it, though. So it's looking better, really. All right, there's another nice little drop for MU. Still staying in that range. MU's been really rangy lately. I love it. 29s. All right, got to cover another 50. And then just hold the rest for a bounce back or a breakdown. Either one will work. I'll accept either one.
All right, gotta really be careful here, guys. There's some 70s feeling right now. I want to see if it's gonna reject here.
I'm gonna go ahead and get out here for the last little bit and add my sizing back as the plan up to at 45, and then just base it off of that 54 risk. Like I said though, the issue with this one is that um, the more times I do it, it's the bigger risk that it's not gonna work this next time. So I have to be careful. EA squeezing up here.
Look at this QCOM just playing games.
Yeah, it's just faking people out up there after that 75.
Yeah, I only saw 100 shares filling, so I didn't stop out. I'm glad I listened to the time and sales.
Yeah, it's just faking people out right there. Market makers doing that.
Yep. They hit all the people that had to stop. They put their stop out there for 75. So
Yep.
now I just got to make sure that it doesn't hold 75 again. It's already touched that level. A fake out is fine. A hold above is not okay.
All right, so I got Mitch up here. Let me put Mitch up on this one so I can keep trading too. Let's see. There we go. How does that work? That should work.
I can also do this. I don't know if you can see it on the share screen now.
Uh, no, I think this works. Hold on, let me squeeze it to the left. There we go. Yeah, that way works. Where, except I'm a little bit too big. Let
I'm
me
a
shrink
little too
myself.
big.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, gotta be careful here, guys. The flip can be really fast, so hand on the trigger to get out. If it just drops to the VWAP, you freeze. Here it comes up. Got a support candle, so you got to be careful here.
Ah, look at APHA, man. I barely got. I see the issue with APHA is that it never actually hit my risk, and I just got out at 55 because I was trying to focus on MU. And there's the breakdown. I wouldn't have made much from it, but it wouldn't have been a losing trade.
Yeah, trading two stocks isn't the easiest.
Yeah, for sure. Especially like my trading screen's just not set up for it.
Yeah, I got out of it early. Also, only made 24 bucks.
MU back there. I don't know if I want to do it again this time though. I've been what about AMD? Yeah, I mean I've been attacking AMD's sister, MU. Or AMD's brother, however you want to put it. But yeah, same. I mean, they're both microchip stocks. MU and AMD are both microchip stocks. They both look very similar today, and so I've been attacking MU instead of AMD. But they're both very similar. MU just had a little bit cleaner fades that actually touched the VWAP. AMD's fades never actually got there, but it came close. Um, Yeah, I mean there goes MU, and I wouldn't mind adding to MU. Like I said though, I mean I've already made my money back on that one, or I've made my money on MU already. I made over $40 on it, and so I just need to have some selectivity with it now. I don't think since it put in this high or low at this point, like the last lows.
Out there, guys. Out. All right, guys. That is a max loss day for me. So I'm gonna be smart. Call it a day, not push it. Down $200. Gonna call it a max loss day. And these days happen. Put myself in a chance to win. It just didn't go my way. We got a trader going against me. 18,000 shares, bottom up at 75.01. Saw that. Wasn't going to risk above 75.05s again. Saw the shares get filled on the time and sales. Stopped out. And that's just the way it goes.
Yeah, don't stress it, man. Losing days
It is what it
happen.
is.
You know. All right, so AMD getting back up to the VWAP. we'll see what happens here. If I do get into AMD, I can risk off of 56. And so my risk would be about 20 cents. And so I don't really want to go crazy with it. But I've built up enough profits on the day to be all right, I think. So let's try to slowly scale into this one with 75 shares now, and then try to jump into a little bit more as it moves closer to the VWAP here is what I'm trying to do with AMD now. We'll give it that chance. If MU starts to squeeze up, it might not be great. But, you know, like I said, we'll give it the chance. I'm up on the day somewhat. So JD's back up there now, and I don't mind JD anymore. Let me see. Look at it. Look at the SPY today, guys. Look at the SPY. SPY is so choppy right now. Just so choppy. Just a gross day for the SPY. Alright, so there's a confirmation for me. Add a little bit more. Add another 75 to AMD. See if we get a drop down to like 31, I'll take. There's 22s. Yeah, I mean, we just want a quick flush. We don't want a big rebound here and a break of the highs. We just want a quick move back down to, like I said, like, there we go. Like, we just want a quick move down to the whole dollar. Not a rebound here. A lot of times it's going to rebound here and just shoot right back up. So we just want a nice drop. We'll see if we get it. 16s. $14s. I'm going to go ahead and take half off there. And then, yeah, just look to add it back if we get a bounce back to my entry level. But at this point, I'm already protected, so it's not going to be a losing trade. And I can just hold the rest, try to make a little bit more if we get a drop down under the whole dollar. 10s, 09s, 8s. Like I said, with this one, we're just looking for the whole dollar of 31, like I mentioned before. I'll give it some time. Hold the rest break even. See if we get this flush here. Like I said, we want to see just 31. We'll probably take the rest off. Maybe add back to it if it bounces back. Start looking at other stuff. I've noticed that when I have really big days, the next day tends to be really small. So yesterday I made like 120 bucks. Today I'm just up 30, 35. But my accuracy's been pretty solid today for sure. With AMD, I had a bunch of gains on that one. Or with MU, I kind of rinsed and repeated that until it stopped working. Until I was done with it. Now I'm on AMD. Nines. See if we get the break here for AMD. I'm gonna get out here. Just take the $20 gain on it. $33 loss. Or $33 gain on the day. Up 33 bucks. We'll see what else we can find here. Maybe I'll consider adding it back to AMD. And maybe AMD will break down to the whole dollar like I wanted it to. But I think I just got a little impatient with it just now. It was just say maintaining in that really consolidated range where it was just super tight. And so with that, when you get a break of that, a lot of the times you're going to get a big push up, and so that's not what I want. I don't want to get caught in that. And yeah, so here we go. Look, here's right back up to 31.20. Exactly what I just said. And you start to understand how stocks move after watching them for a little while. Same thing with JD. JD squeezing up. Maybe the best thing I could do is just not trade it today. Maybe that was the right move. MU would have been a nice little add back. I got these fruit flies everywhere. All right, Abby. Have a good day, brother. What's the other one somebody's talking about? And we did get a really nice drop in the SPY. CHGG for a VWAP fade. Yeah, CHGG actually does look like a fade, which is very rare. Like, you gotta understand, being in this chat for so long, I get so many people that are like, hey, this one's fading off the VWAP. And then I look at it, and it looks nothing like a fade. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, it looks all right. But CHGG actually does look like a fade. And I like the multiple highs it put in there, the multiple confirmations in that high. Yeah, so this is the AMD push that I just called out that I didn't want to get stuck in. And so that's why I exited it right before this. See, I got out at 10, at 31.10 or 31.11. So I got out pretty close to these lows here, trying to avoid this bounce. And that's exactly what I did. Now, if this gets rejected and comes back down before it breaks this high, then it actually still looks really weak. And it might still be solid. But if it breaks this high right here, it's going to be worse for me, I think. Or worse for the fade. Also, another one to look at is EA. EA had a nice little VWAP rejection. It pulled back to the VWAP, and now it is fading back down underneath it. And so if it gets back down to the bottom of this range on EA, like if it gets back down to this right here at 94.80 or so, and then bounces back to the VWAP, I'll definitely consider it. What's up, chat? Chat's quiet, man.
What's going on, traders? What's going on?
What's up, guys?
Yeah, at least I get to go have some fun after stream. I'm gonna go to the Rockies game.
Nice, man.
Yeah, I got a nice cheap ticket, $7 tickets. I'll take it.
Yeah, it's been so long since I've
Are you close to? How far are you from Houston, man?
Oh, I'm a solid 30 minutes from Minute Maid Stadium.
Okay,
solid 30
not
minutes.
too bad.
Yeah, not far at all. I've never been though. I've never actually been to a game, and so if you want to come out, yeah, I've never actually been, man. And I'm a big Astros fan too. Like I'll watch the Astros.
Tell me twice.
Yeah, man. Hey,
we're waiting for playoffs.
Yeah, come on down. We should do a meetup. Anybody wants to go to an Astros game with us? Let's plan that, man. I'm down.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, it's not that expensive tickets from Houston.
Right. The issue is I've never really had anybody to go with. Like my wife doesn't really want to go with me. My other friends aren't really into baseball, and so, I never had any.
I got you.
Never had anybody to go with.
Wait to playoff times.
Yeah, man. Let's organize a meetup there. I'm telling you. Look at AMD. See, this is what I said. As long as it doesn't break this high up here at 32, then it still looks good. And maybe I should have held that one. Same thing with. So look at EA. Remember what I said with EA, guys? I said if it comes down to this range and then bounces back to the VWAP, I'll consider it. Look at exactly where it went. It literally went down to the exact penny I talked about. I said if it comes back down to 94.80, it went down to 94.79 right here. And so if it bounces back to 24. I'll consider it for sure. But no, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, Mitch. But yeah, man, let's do it. We should schedule a meetup, guys. Y'all want to come to a? I don't know how many Houston people we got here, but I know we got a few at least.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Mitch is in Denver. Richard. Oh, Jackson's in Houston. What's up, brother? Yeah, man, let's do that. It'll be fun. at this point, this is kind of what I'm debating in my mind. It's like, okay, I'm up $33. Very small gain relative to what I've done previously. So first day of this week, I had a green day in gross profits, but I lost $10 in net profits. Yesterday, I made about $80 in net profit. And so I'm up about $70 in net on the week. And today, $33 gain. I'd say probably 20 of that is net. And so up just under $100 on the week. And it's halfway through. So do I want to push it right now? I don't know. It's kind of a slow day. My range bound trades have been working though. MU has been working. Look at that range bound move on MU again. And again, like this is just to let you guys understand what I mean by this. So I'm attacking the range of these stocks of the low of the day up to the VWAP. So you can see the low of the day here, and then you can see the VWAP up here. And that's the range I'm attacking. And it happens so much that I short it at the top and I cover it at the bottom. And so you can see MU. I attack that all day. That's what I attack. It works super well. And when it starts to get rangy like this, like I said, you can just rinse and repeat it. You see me earlier with MU shorting at the top, covering at the bottom, adding back when it bounces back, covering again at the bottom. And it just happened over and over and over again. I was able to do that 3 times today. So that's the range bound moves I attack, and I can definitely tell my trading style has kind of shifted towards that because it's been working for sure. There's EA, did exactly what I said I would look at it for. Only thing with EA is I'd have to risk it off of 95.50. It's up to 95.30 right now, and the spread's not that bad. But I just don't know if I want to hold it through that. Burned myself today, hit the wrong button. That's rough.
It's happened to the best of us.
Yeah. We got a little bit of a second here, guys. Everybody go check out TradeNet. Today is the last day for their $375 intro package sale. For the next day until this month is over, you can get the intro package for $375. And to put that into perspective, the intro package comes with a $700 max loss. And so you're paying $375, and once you're approved for the funded account, your max loss is $700, almost twice as much. It also comes with a funded account with $14,000 in buying power to trade with. There's no PDT rule, so you can day trade as much as you want. You know, some paper trading platforms for 2 months are going to cost more than this intro package. And the intro package comes not only with the funded account with no PDT rule, 14K in buying power, shorting ability, but it comes with a trading course, access to their chat room, a demo account, plus the funded account. And so it just makes tons of sense risk-reward wise, and it's one of the ways that new traders specifically can get their feet wet in the market without risking a ton of money to get started. Most of the time, they're going to deposit thousands into a regular broker, and let's be real, they're going to lose that most of the time. This is one of the ways you can do it and have a little bit better risk-reward for it. And so if you want to check that out, there's the link. Hey, appreciate that, Rashard. It's actually a great way to help support this channel. Mitch and I, we do this we do this stream for free every day. We post free content. Our website's full of free stuff. And so, the 2 ways you could really help support us is if you sign up through our link. And there's also these beautiful mugs, guys. You can buy one of these beautiful VWAP Fade mugs on our website. Let me make myself a little bit bigger here so you guys can see. Look at this beautiful mug, guys. Look at this beautiful mug. It's dope. It's got a green inside like a trader. Just a really cool mug. You want to help support us? I'll post the link to our website where you can get these beautiful mugs. Only $20. And yeah, these are dope mugs. So go check them out. Great way to help support our channel. Buy some merch from us, guys. And look at that. Look at EA. I wasn't wrong. I wasn't wrong. Maybe let emotions get the best of me, but look at that fade on EA. I wasn't wrong. So yeah, I'll post that link here as well. You want to help support us, buy some merch. But we also got a lot of other good free content on our website, guys. So I'll probably close the stream down after this. But like, look at our website, guys. How can you not love our website? We got free trading course with tons of free classes. We got broker reviews, no PDT brokers. We got strategy section, breaking down long and short, and a video library. We have giveaways that we do sometimes. But again, you can buy one of these beautiful mugs. And forgive me, I know this isn't super clean. I built this page specifically of our site in like 20 minutes. So if you want to buy a mug from us, though, go check out our website. It's not symmetrical yet. I got to fix that. But yeah, go check it out. Go buy a mug from us, guys. WKHS popping off. I'm liking AMD more and more as it puts in that triple top. I'm liking it more and more there. Yeah, WKHS did fly today. Look at the SPY though, guys. That's the big thing right now. Look at the SPY tank. Look at that drop in the SPY right now. The SPY is just getting hammered. Look at this. Yeah, maybe I should have held AMD. It is what it is. But look at the SPY just get hammered here today, guys. Wow. Look at that move down. Over there. Or no. Over there. Look at that move up there on the SPY. SPY's just getting hammered. I got Mitch there, but I can't figure out how to make Mitch bigger. You're muted, Mitch, if you didn't know.
Spotlight. You gotta right click and spotlight it.
Nah. When I right click, it just says chat.
Oh,
here we go. I got it. I got you. There we go. But yeah, look at
What's
the SPY getting hammered.
up?
Look at AMRN has been kind of glitchy today too. Look at AMRN with 2 glitches on mine. Look at this. Look at these glitches. These are definitely glitches too. There's no way. Just a glitch in the system. But yeah, SPY getting hammered. Getting some volatility right now though. I mean, honestly, you know, the SPY's being a little volatile for sure. But yeah, I'll probably end up closing it down today, guys. So, unless Mitch is planning to get into anything else,
I'm a goner.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, guys, go check out our Q&A video that we did yesterday. Dope video. I'll post that link here as well. Also, follow us on Twitter. I'll post some of those links. Let's see. Yeah, go check it out. There's the link for our Q&A. We talk about a lot of cool stuff with it, so go check that out. What else we got? Oh yeah, go check out Trade Ideas, best scanners in the game by far. Allow you to do a lot of cool stuff with them, so I'll post this link here as well. There's the link for Trade Ideas. And yeah, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. We'll have, like I said, check out TradeNet. They do have their sale going on for the next day, where you can get the intro package for $375. You know, comes with funded account, no PDT rule, shorting ability, 14K in buying power, allows you to actually short stocks, which is super rare. Comes with a trading course, demo account, chat room access, all for less than $400. Great way for new traders to get their feet wet without risking a ton. There's that link as well. And real quick, follow us on Twitter. You know, we post every day on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. I'll post those links here as well. There's our Twitter handle. So yeah, guys, good luck in the markets. We'll see you all later. Green day for me. and we'll see what we get for the rest of the day and for tomorrow. I think Mitch is still up on the week, so it's been a solid week for both of us.
Yeah, pretty much break even. That's not too bad. I'll take it.
Yeah, you did pretty well last week too. So
Yeah, at the end of the day, guys, it's a long journey trading, you know. It's never going to be quite perfect. You just got to keep working that system.
yep, yes sir. All right, guys. Good luck. We'll see you all a little bit later. See you tomorrow. I'll have a few videos out, and then this weekend we're gonna do classes again, so it should be fun. Good luck, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow.